Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a really rather exceptional car. And this is a 2.2 EX diesel CR-V, but it's just on 39,000 miles from new, with a wonderful Honda service history, just with one owner from new, and in beautiful condition. It's in black with a full black leather interior. It's got the side steps fitted there as well. It's also got the optional collision mitigation and radar cruise control, which is a wonderful option to have in one of these cars. Front of the car absolutely beautifully clean, lights and lenses clear, intact, no condensation in those. Bonnet literally looks absolutely as new. There must be a microscopic stone chip on there somewhere surely, but I can't see anything that's obvious. Near side of the vehicle absolutely beautifully smooth in the panels. Really is a fantastic car, this one, which I must admit I completely forgot to do the walk around video on when I did the road test one, which I normally attach, so I apologise for that. It's been a long time in coming. Coming around the back of the car, again, bumper corners lovely and clean. And to the opposite side of the vehicle, again, just beautifully smooth in the panels. It's got a real natural lustre to the paintwork, which you get with low mileage cars, and it's just been washed, no polish has been put on the car by myself. It really is a fantastic looking car. There will be, I always say, I mean, even as lovely as it is, there's going to be the odd tiny little mark, but there's nothing that distracts. It's one of the very nicest you'll see. So coming to the back of the car now, and this is where, if anything, it gets better. You can see there it's got its full complement of equipment, the middle shelf, tonneau cover, and this one has a load liner fitted as well. But what the video will not do justice to is just how clean this is. That basically looks absolutely brand new. It's incredible. Looks like it's just rolled off the production line. Likewise, underneath here, if I can do it with one arm, the carpeted area, again, because it's been protected all its life, looks factory fresh. Incredibly clean there. It's coming into the back of the car now. They are known for having an enormous amount of legroom, and this one has, obviously. And again, unlike so many CR-Vs, it literally looks so it's hardly ever been sat in the back. It's just unbelievably clean. So coming through the passenger side on the front here, there is a full set of original tailored Honda CR-V that mounts there. And the passenger seat there, again, literally looks as though no one sat on the thing. So finally come to the driver's door card, which again, very, very clean. Footwell area is all clean. You've got the slight heel mark on the carpet, which you're bound to get on a 9-year-old car. Driver's seat, again, really good. The only way you get is where you slide your bum in and out. You get compression of the bolster there. It's all perfectly good. Leather works absolutely perfect, but that is very normal for them, even with this mileage. But it is just wonderfully, wonderfully clean. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section, so the dashboard can be seen illuminated, which looks absolutely as new. It's incredibly clean. Sat nav all working perfectly. If we pop the car into reverse, get that lovely clear gridded parking camera, parking camera working exactly as it should. Dual zone climate control system, again, everything just looks so beautifully kept. And up to the main dashboard binnacle, and hopefully you can see there, just 39,394 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Video simply doesn't do justice to this car. This is why it is a premium in terms of price, but it is well worth it because you're getting such a wonderful, wonderful car. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack, locking wheel nut key, and the Eastern European sat-nav disc are all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a really rather special CR-V. Hopefully this will follow on from a walk around video in due course, but for now, this is what you get to see. This is a Honda CR-V. It's a 2.2 EX diesel. Nothing particularly unique in that, other than the fact that this has had just one owner from new and has covered just 39,385 miles. It's also been serviced, I think from memory, I think it was 9 times by the same Honda dealer from new. Amazing history to the car, amazing ownership to the vehicle as well. The reason we do these videos, by the way, very simply, is just so that if anyone's looking at this car or any of our cars online in the adverts, they actually get to see those cars in operation. The reason we think it's important is that we know to our cost, unfortunately, just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which can look great in photographs and pictures description, only to get there and find out when you drive it it's got a fundamental issue which shows up whilst you're driving the car. So that's why we do it. It's also done on these very quiet country roads close to our premises. The reason for that is hopefully then be representative of what you feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, as you no doubt expect, the engine starts absolutely instantly and settles to a completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda car, by the way, so all good in there. Engine then feeds through into clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, bite points exactly where it's meant to be. I'm not quite sure why he's waving at me, but okay. So yeah, the bite point's exactly where it's meant to be, so all good. Gearbox is simply brilliant. It's a wonderful gear change on the car. Short and throw, really snappy, got a lovely mechanical feel to it. This is one of the best gearboxes you'll ever use, whether it's an SUV or not. So I'll just turn the lights back off a second because they're on auto lights and it makes the dashboard go dim. But yeah, brilliant gear change. Quality gear shift, absolutely second to none, and it feels absolutely as new to drive and to touch and to hold and to operate. There's just zero wear in any of those controls. Steering of the car, it's a lovely generation of car because it's got what I think is proper power steering, fluid based power steering. It's got lovely natural weighting to it. It feels really solid and secure on the road. Whilst it isn't a sports car, what it is very fluid in the way the steering operates. It's really nicely done. It also tracks absolutely dead straight, and there's no vibrations at all at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit. Chassis of the vehicle, Honda know this market obviously very well indeed. The CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world. So it comes as no surprise they've hit the sweet spots with what customers want, and what it gives you is driving through these corners like this, it flows really nicely. There's very little wallowing about or unnecessary body motion. It's really beautifully damped and controlled, the ride in the car, so you can flow through corners regardless of their radius. The chassis also gives you a incredibly comfortable ride. It's very cosseting. Obviously hit sharp bumps, they're there, but it smothers them very, very well indeed. What I'm also looking out for on road tests, by the way, is just any signs of any sort of mechanical noises coming from underneath the vehicle that shouldn't actually be there, and there is nothing at all on the car. It's all exactly as you'd hope. This car, as you probably know, has got a couple of nice options fitted. Obviously externally you've got the obvious running boards on the side of the car which look really lovely, plus the door protectors and the high level rear spoiler, so it really is a very pleasant looking car. One of the options you can't really see but it's here, it's a lovely feature to have on the car, quite an expensive option actually. It's what they call ACC, Auto Cruise Control. So basically it's got a radar built into the Honda badge at the front of the car. Normal cruise control, basically if you set it, you either have to sort of slow down or speed up using the little button on the steering wheel here, which would be quite annoying, or you've got to keep deactivating it. What this one does, I'll turn it on now, basically press the cruise control button, ACC, press set, take my foot off, and obviously it maintains your speed as any cruise control would do. I can also change with a little button down here the distance it allows me to be from the car in front. So on a motorway you may want to be a bit further back, so obviously the closing speeds. But what it does is obviously brilliant. If I was to catch up with the car now, it would slow me down and then it would speed me back up, and it's really smooth in operation. It's a lovely, lovely thing to have on one of these cars. It also has, part of that is what they call the collision mitigation braking system. Basically, it kind of looks after you. If you go to pull away and there's a car in front, it will slam the brakes on or warn you. The light will flash on the dashboard. And again, I've had a couple of these cars where I thought, well, it seems like a pointless thing to have, and it saved my bacon on more than one occasion. But yeah, a really, really nice addition to the standard spec of the car. I'll get up to speed in a second and give the brakes a bit of a shove as well. Looking around inside the car, and first things first, these are beautifully put together cars. There are no squeaks, no rattles. It's just a really solid car. You can see why they're so sought after. Clearly this car isn't cheap, we know that. You know, we had to pay good money for it, quite clearly. With the ownership and the mileage on the car, it was never going to be a cheap car, but you get what you pay for, because this is literally like just driving a new car. The dashboard is lovely to operate, really simple dials. They give you all the information, and that's all you require. Sat nav, as you can see, they're working exactly as it should. And the air conditioning, which has obviously got what they call dual zones, you can have different temperatures side to side on the car, but it also is blowing out absolutely ice cold air. Pardon me. I could feel that looming up on me for the last couple of minutes. I do apologise. But yeah, the air conditioning is absolutely ice cold in the car. Also worth noting that the quality of the switch gears in these Hondas is absolutely superb, and it'll be much the same if it's done a couple 100,000 miles. They put this stuff together simply brilliantly. This is a generation of Hondas that had four-wheel drive, and it works the same, or much the same as the newer ones. Basically, there's no buttons to press, it does it all for you, it's automatic. Honda, again, just worked out that most people will be driving as I am now, in perfectly good conditions, where you don't need four-wheel drive wearing away. If you've got permanent four-wheel drive, you tend to use more fuel, it puts a lot more mechanical stress through the car, and obviously chews up your tyres more quickly as well. What this does is, if the front wheels lose grip or start to spin, it automatically senses that and brings in the rear wheels absolutely seamlessly to give you four-wheel drive. It's absolutely brilliant in operation. I've got a CR-V, my family has. We tow a caravan with ours, and we've never come close to getting stuck with one of them. It really is a wonderful system. I'm just going to give the brakes a bit of a shove, and no one's directly behind me. It's a really good brake pedal car, really solid, bites hard, no pulsing, no vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all, so all exactly as it should be. As I said at the start of the video, and I apologise, it's getting a little bit late in the evening now, sort of getting a bit grainy in the quality of the video. The point of it is literally just to show the car in operation. We do it on all our cars, but it is lovely, I must admit, to get in a car like this, which is quite unique in terms of kind of the ownership, the mileage and the history of the vehicle. It's just been beautifully looked after, and it really just feels like the car's just rolled off the production line. And that's something I hate saying, because the reality is loads of garages say, oh yeah, it drives like new. It's to coin a phrase, it's a cliche, and it can be true, but most of the time cars do feel a little bit aged with 10 years old or whatever they happen to be, but this genuinely feels so tight that it's just not even run in yet. Absolutely amazing. As always though, if you've got any questions about the car in question, don't hesitate, do give us a call.